I watched it happen from across the room. Marcus stood over the intern's desk, laughing. He called her work embarrassing, loud enough for the whole floor to hear. I didn't know then that 5 years later, I'd be the one holding his performance file. Her name was Priya. She joined our marketing firm as a summer intern, fresh out of college, bright-eyed and genuinely talented. I was a mid-level copywriter at the time, 2 desks away. Marcus was a senior account manager, 8 years in, untouchable, or so he believed. Priya worked harder than anyone I'd seen at that level. She stayed late. She rewrote briefs without being asked. She caught a budget error once that saved a client campaign from disaster. But Marcus never acknowledged any of it. He took her ideas in morning meetings and presented them as his own. Nobody called it out, not even me, and that still sits heavy. Then one Thursday afternoon, everything changed. A client presentation had gone wrong. Not catastrophically. A few slides had the wrong data pulled. Honest mistake, easily fixed. But Marcus needed someone to blame. He chose Priya. He stood at her desk, voice raised, telling her she was careless, unprofessional, a liability. She sat perfectly still, absorbing every word. I watched from across the room and said nothing. I've never fully forgiven myself for that. She was let go the following Friday. End of contract, HR called it. Priya cleared her small desk in 10 minutes and left without a scene. You wouldn't believe how quietly someone can disappear. 3 months later, my colleague Dana pulled me aside over coffee. Her hands wouldn't stop moving. She told me she'd seen Marcus delete the correct data file from the shared drive, deliberately, the night before that presentation. He'd set Priya up. Completely. Dana had been too scared to say anything at the time. She carried that guilt like a stone in her chest. I felt sick. I thought about reporting it. But Marcus was embedded, protected, beloved by leadership. I was nobody. So I filed it away deep, and I waited. I didn't know what I was waiting for. Not yet. 5 years passed. I built my career quietly and carefully. I moved firms, led campaigns, earned a regional director title. Then our company acquired the agency where Marcus still worked. You wouldn't believe who landed in my department. Same cologne, same confidence, same practice smile. He didn't remember me, or maybe he did and assumed it didn't matter. It mattered. Performance reviews came around in the second quarter. I pulled every file. Marcus's record showed a pattern I recognized immediately. Credit claimed for others' work, complaints buried, a junior employee pushed out 2 years prior under suspicious circumstances. Dana, now a creative director elsewhere, agreed to submit a formal written account of what she'd witnessed that Thursday afternoon 5 years ago. HR investigated. They found the deleted file in archived server logs. Still there, time-stamped, undeniable. Marcus had never considered that deleted files leave ghosts. I sat across from him in that review meeting, calm and quiet. He finally recognized me. I saw it flicker across his face, the realization landing slow and heavy. He was placed on a formal performance plan that afternoon. He resigned within a month. I found Priya on LinkedIn later that same week. She was running her own boutique agency, thriving, building something real. I sent her a message. I told her what Dana had witnessed. I told her it was never her fault. She replied with 2 words. I know. Maybe she always did. Here is what I believe now. Silence in the face of cruelty is never neutral. Staying quiet has a cost, and sometimes someone else pays it. The only thing I could control was what I did with the truth when it finally came back around. If this story hit close to home, you're not alone. Drop a comment below and tell me yours. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe to Karma Served Cold. New stories every week.